Video, Purple Political Talk here, and today we're going to be looking at the 2020 presidential election and just looking at who would be Joe Biden's best running mate. So we're going to look at this by going through our swing states. So all the states currently filled in black I consider to be swing states in this election, meaning that they would be anywhere that are contested. I mean, anyone could win this, some states more than others. And we're going to go over 3 possible Biden VPs and see who would do the best and the biggest effect on these states. So we're going to have Representative Val Demings from the state of Florida, Senator Kamala Harris from the state of California, and Senator Tammy Duckworth from the state of Illinois. So, generally speaking, some of these people have regional advantages, some more than others, but I'm going to go through and see who probably has the best shot at winning some of these states and who has the best shot of helping Joe Biden. So, I mean, at this point, let's start in the South. Joe Biden's strategy is in the South, and he's focusing on states like Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina to win the election. So we can say that Demings could win, has bigger influences in places like Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina. Those are 3 states that I think Val Demings could easily influence and help Joe Biden more than the rest. When it comes to states like Texas and this general area, I think someone like Kamala Harris would do very well in the southwest region of the United States, Nevada, Colorado, Arizona, and Texas. So we're going to see that mostly everyone has their own niche. So Val Demings does really well in the South and some African American communities. Kamala Harris does amazing in the Southwest, and we could probably say that Tammy Duckworth would do very good in the Midwest. So these we're gonna look at in terms of electoral votes. Who brings the most to the table, and we're gonna answer the question: who should vote Joe Biden vote for BP? Who should he pick? So where does Tammy Duckworth get a lot of, I think, would help out Joe Biden? I think it would be areas like Iowa, in Minnesota, in Wisconsin, in Michigan, in Ohio, in places like Pennsylvania. And it's the general Rust Belt that will really benefit from a Duckworth VP. And honestly, Tammy Duckworth is a very interesting candidate because she's not a person of color, and a lot of people are telling Joe Biden to please pick a person of color, but she's not that, but she brings other things to the table. And generally, I mean, technically speaking, she is, because she is Asian American, and she's actually disabled, my bad. She's disabled, so she has she has an inspiring story. Yeah, Val Demings and Kamala Harris have inspiring stories too, but remember, the one thing that Tammy Duckworth has going for her that the rest of the candidates don't have is the other 2 candidates have been involved in the American justice system, which Democrats, if they run someone that was a police officer, an ex-judge, an ex-attorney general, in the case of Kamala Harris, they're going to have a very big problem because the Democratic Party is the one pushing for the police reform and they kind of eliminate the police. That movement is mostly them. So for that reason, I think that them choosing something like that would be like kind of self-suicide in the sense that they're going to lose a lot of potential voters as they pick someone who, in their eyes, are quote-unquote racist or unfair to a certain group of people. So, generally speaking, I think the biggest trend would be Kamala Harris does great in the Southwest, if that's what Democrats are looking for. Val Demings does amazing in the South. Tammy Duckworth does great in the Midwest, and then there are some outlier states. So, in a state like Virginia, since there's a lot of military personnel in the state of Virginia, I think Tammy Duckworth would actually help Joe Biden in the state, and would actually help her, and maybe to key in some of the suburban Republicans. But when it comes to the North, I think someone like Harris could do very well in areas like New Hampshire and helping out Joe Biden in a state like Maine. So, generally speaking, I think who has the biggest chunk of electoral votes, it would be Tammy Duckworth. So, logically, that would be the best person to pick. Now, I think a very good pick would be Kamala Harris because, yeah, she only has a certain group of states that she's like, would do the most impact out of these 3, but she's very good in secondary. Like, she might be a close second in places like Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, and even in the South. So, if we're trying to focus on one area, I think Tammy Duckworth would be the best candidate for Joe Biden. And if you're trying to be, like, spread around everywhere, it would certainly be someone like Kamala Harris. And with Val Demings, I think it would be the same thing, just focusing on that one area. And realistically, winning those seats, yeah, they really help you, because you would win narrowly. But it's still not as much as is needed. So I think that at this point in time, Joe Biden has to do this in a very smart way. As soon as he does this in a very dumb way and he chooses someone that he shouldn't have chosen, that might hurt his election. And yeah, sometimes, and for the majority of times, people don't vote because of the vice president, who the vice president is. That never happens. I mean, the only time we saw that happening was pretty much like in a long time ago. So right now it's going to be important because both candidates are very old. Generally speaking, it could have turned out to be a race between Mike Pence and whoever VP is for the next presidency. Is that going to happen? Who knows? But at this point in time, this map accurately shows these VP candidates where they do the best and where they should stay. And at this point, Tammy Duckworth could be the best thing for Joe Biden if he wants to focus on the Midwest. Kamala Harris in the Southwest and kind of just everywhere in general. And Val Demings in the South. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please give it a huge thumbs up, like and subscribe, and turn on our post notifications to get notified when we post our next video. If you want to get more political content, go to our website, Purple Political Talk. The web address is FabioFabiani.com. The link will be in the description. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and goodbye.